advocate, I would like to ask that Islam preaches women's rights are equal to men. Why women should be in parda, and why there should be a segregation of men and women in this sort of meeting also?
Sister asked a very good question, that when Islam believes in women's rights, that men and women should be equal, then why does Islam believe in parda, and why should there be segregation of sexes like the one we are having just now? As I mentioned earlier, Islam does not believe in intermingling of the sexes. Why Islam specifies parda, I will answer in a short time, and I'd like to thank the sister, because I did not have time to speak on the hijab of the woman. If you read the Quran, before the mentioning of the hijab for the woman, the Quran mentions the hijab for the man. It's mentioned in Surah Nur, chapter number 24, verse number 30. It says, say to the believing man that he should lower his gaze and guard his modesty. The next verse, Surah Nur, chapter 24, verse number 31 says, say to the believing woman that she should lower her gaze and guard her modesty and display not her beauty except what is that necessary of, and to draw a head covering over her bosom except in front of her father, her son, her husband, and a big list of the close relatives who she cannot marry is given, and but natural in front of the chaste woman. Besides these, she should maintain the hijab. The criteria for hijab in Islam can be found in the Quran and the Sahih Hadith. There are 6 criteria. First is the extent, which is the only difference between the man and the woman. For the man, he has to be covered from the navel to the knee. For the woman, her complete body should be covered. The only part that can be seen, not should be seen, is the face and the hands up to the wrist. If she wishes to cover them, she is most welcome, but not compulsory that she should cover it. Otherwise, the full body should be covered. The only part that can be seen, not should be seen, is the face and the wrist, the hands up to the wrist. This is the only criteria which differs between the man and the woman. The second criteria is that the clothes she wears should not be so tight that it reveals the figure. The clothes she wears, third point, it should not be so transparent so that you can see through. And the fourth point, she should not wear glamorous clothes, or he should not wear glamorous clothes which attract the opposite sex. The fifth point is that a person should not wear clothes which resemble that of the opposite sex. Like you find men wearing earrings. If you wear one earring, it signifies something else. If you wear 2 earrings, it signifies something else. It's prohibited in Islam. And the last criteria is, you should not wear clothes which that resemble of an unbeliever. These are the 6 basic criteria of hijab in Islam. Now coming to the question, why does Islam believe in parda, and why are there segregation of sexes? Let's analyze the society in which there is parda and society in which there is no parda. The maximum number of crime that takes place in any country is in America. According to a report by the FBI, in 1990, in the year 1990, 1,255 women were raped. These are only the reported cases, and the report says only 16% of the cases were reported. If you want to know the exact figure, multiply 1,02,555 with 6.25 and you get the answer. More than 6,40,000 ladies were raped in America only in 1990. And if you divide this by the number of days, divide by 365, you get a figure of 1,756 women are raped every day in America in the year 1990. And the report says every day 1,900 ladies are raped. Maybe it's the report of 1991. The American got more bold. And the last report, which came in autumn 1993, it said every 1.3 minutes, one woman is raped. You know why? America has given the women more rights and more women are being raped. Only 10 were arrested. 16% are reported, only 10% are arrested. Means only 1.6% of the cases are arrested. Out of that, 50% are let free before the trial. Means only 0.8% of the rape cases are held. Means if a man rapes 125 ladies, the chances of his being caught is 1. Who would like to try? 125 ladies you rape and you get caught only once. Out of that, 50% time you get a punishment of less than 1 year. Though the USA law tells you that for rape you have got a punishment of life imprisonment, but they say it happened only the first time. He's caught the first time. Let him give him a chance. And a punishment of less than 1 year. Even in India, according to the National Crime Bureau report, which had come in the papers in the 1st of December 1992, it said that every 54 minutes, one case of rape is reported in India. Reported, no? Every 26 minutes, one case of molestation. Every 1 hour 43 minutes, one case of dowry death. If you analyze the total number of cases of rape that are taking in a country, it will be every couple of minutes, one case of rape. I am asking a simple question. If you ask every lady to do hijab, will the rape case in USA remain the same? Will it decrease or will it increase? If you apply the hijab for every lady in India, will the rate of rape decrease? Will it remain the same or will it increase? We should understand Islam as a whole. Even suppose after that, even after a lady does hijab, irrespective of a lady does hijab or not, a man is commanded he should lower his gaze. And if suppose after that, if a man commits rape in Islam, he receives capital punishment. You call it a barbaric law. I have asked this question to several people. Suppose, I have asked this question to many of the gents. Suppose your sister is raped, and if you are made the judge, leave aside what Islam tells you, leave aside what Indian law tells you, leave aside what American law tells you. If you are made the judge, what punishment will you give to the rapist of your sister? And all have said, death sentence. Few went to the extreme of saying, I'll torture him to death. I want to ask you a question. If you apply the Islamic Sharia law in America, will the rape case decrease? Will it remain the same or will it increase? If you apply the Sharia law in India, will the rape case decrease? Will it remain the same or will it increase? So but natural, less practically. You say you are giving women rights theoretically, but practically you are degrading her to a status of a concubine and a mistress. I'd like to, only on speaking on parda, you can talk for days. Just, I would like to end my answer by giving a small example. Suppose two ladies, two twin sisters, who are equally beautiful, if they are walking down the street, and if round the corner there is a hooligan who is waiting for a catch, who is waiting to tease a girl. Both twin sisters are walking, both are equally beautiful. One is in the hijab, Islamic hijab, one is wearing a mini or a skirt. Which girl will that hooligan tease? Which girl will he tease? But naturally the one in the short of the mini. If a girl is wearing normal shalwar kameez with the hair open, maybe the shalwar kameez tight, and the other girl is wearing Islamic hijab, which girl will he tease? But naturally the girl is not in hijab. There's practical proof that hijab is been ordained in Islam not to degrade the woman, but to protect her modesty.